We thank you for the great response we are getting to our summer-long look at Black-owned businesses in Connecticut, and I welcome your suggestions. You can find me on email or social media and let me know. With us today, Jonah Francis. He is the president of Pansy Home Healthcare Services. And Jonah, great to see you here on the program.
Thanks for having me, Dennis. It's a pleasure.
And in the spirit of full disclosure, I met Jonah many years ago when he was an intern here at Channel 3, and now you've gone on to great things. So it's great to have you on the program, Jonah. So first of all, tell me a little bit about your business, what you do.
Sure. So in order to paint a good picture of my business, I have to refer back to our mission statement, Dennis, and that's to create a culture of overall care and togetherness, not just for our clients, but for our employees in the home care, senior care industry. Care looks different for everyone. So everyone's care plan has to be unique. And as it changes, that means we have to change along with it. Long story short, we understand we're a part of our clients' care teams. And we believe that if we can take care of our caregivers, then our caregivers are going to take wonderful care of our clients.
Have you ever faced any difficulties as a man of color and being an entrepreneur? What kind of obstacles might you have faced?
Of course. Well, that's a tricky question to answer, Dennis, because my answer to that question can very well determine whether my company continues to grow or starts to shrink.
Gotcha.
Not to say that that answer might not be what people assume, but someone could potentially not like that, which could interfere with my clients or potential clients' belief in our abilities, and thus my caregivers' ability to support their families.
How has this pandemic impacted your business? I know some businesses are doing a little bit better because of their services. Some have really suffered. What's the situation with yours?
Sure. So initially, the pandemic hit us pretty hard. We did lose about 12 clients total. However, as things continue to kind of go along, we started to pick right back up. Clients were really thinking about whether or not it was appropriate for them to be in nursing homes or assisted living. So we started to see a rise in the census over time. But what I will say is, of course, the PPE and the lack thereof, as it was initially, and also the cost of the PPE was definitely a challenge for us to overcome.
You always had great dreams when you worked here. You had some, tremendous vision for just about everything you wanted to do in your life. So what's next for your company?
Of course, it's to take us to be number one. If we can achieve our goal of creating that culture, that means that we're doing an amazing job for all of our clients. So it's for us to be number one.
You also, you give back to the community as well. I know that you're a basketball coach as well. How important is that for people who are successful in business to give back to the community?
It's a no-brainer, realistically, because we came from very humble beginnings. Myself and my mom and my dad were all immigrants to the United States of America. So we had to be given opportunities and able to achieve some of the goals and aspirations that we had. So to turn back around and be able to do that for our communities, whether it is basketball coach, working with the Dementia Friends Association or the Alzheimer's Association or New Britain Housing, those are things that you have to do to be able to give back to the community. Each one teach one.
So to the 20-year-old college student right now who is watching, faces date and says, I want to be like Jonah when I grow up, what do you tell him? What kind of advice do you give him or her?
Sure. I would say to be determined and move with a purpose. If you have not found your purpose in life yet, keep trying things, but try them with these two rules. Be an MVP in your role and be a resource.
Do you see yourself as a role model?
Of course. Whether it's my kids, my caregivers, my team that depends on me. I have younger sisters. So of course, and I have to carry myself as that at all times.
What is the business environment right now that you're encountering in terms of expansion during the pandemic era? Is it more difficult to grow your business, or is it sort of in a holding pattern, or what?
So we have been growing, Dennis, despite the pandemic. This has actually turned out to be one of our best years despite. However, it is difficult to continue the marketing. One of my goals is to be a resource for each of my clients and my community overall. That means going into places like assisted livings, nursing homes, meeting with PTs, OTs to really find out what they do and the value they can bring to my clients. And yes, COVID has prevented us from being able to do that to the degree that we used to.
Jonah Francis from Pansy Home Healthcare Services. We thank you so much for being with us here today. A pleasure to have you in the program, and best of luck with everything.
Pleasure to be on the other side. Thank you very much, Dennis.
We'll see you soon, my friend. Thank you. We thank you so much for watching Face the State on this Sunday. CBS Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley is coming up next. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.